Alright guys, so welcome along to Vietnam for the Vietnam Grand Prix. We're here with PGL today. A little bit of a mishap with streaming, so we did miss Q1, Q2 here, but fortunately for that, but we're in Q3, so let's see how the top 10 do and how the do get started. And we're gonna have a pretty good race, should be here today. Alright, so quite a few drivers here I'm gonna be new with, so forgive me if I do get the PSN names wrong, but we're gonna get started with that. Let's see. So we don't have any lap time started to be posted as yet in Q3 because we just got on the way with it, but we should have within the next minute or two. Sometimes should be posted as we are following Scotty around the track right now. I think he's about to begin his hot lap. Let's see. I think Irish New Potato might be on a hot lap going, driving his Mercedes as usual. Alright, so let's see what kind of time he on. I think he usually drives something else, but let's see what kind of time he's going to be putting in coming down to the end of his first hot lap on Q3, and he does do a proper sector 1 so far. Pretty good. So Vietnam, guys, a pretty interesting track, one of the new tracks added to the calendar for the year, and I gotta say, not my most favorite track out of the all the races that we usually do in F1, but I think it's an interesting track for a lot of drivers. It's a pretty decent straight going down here. I do not too much like the hairpin here, but it is a little bit tricky to get it sometimes, and you can lose the rear end going off and getting off that there. So as we do go along with this, just give me 1 second, and guys, let me just get a stream set up. Alright, so yeah, so we're following Irish around the track right now as he is on his first hot lap. I was just interested to see what kind of lap time he is going to be posted in. I'm not sure if he's going to be the first guy to post a lap time here. No, he's not. So King just did a 136.7. Pretty good lap. Let's see if Irish can actually beat that, as he does go over with a 135.1, way over a second faster. So pretty decent time for him. We have Mikey with a 136.6. Again, forgive me if I do get the PSN names wrong. First time getting to call off some of these names with you guys. I didn't have a look at most of them as yet. So 3 time lap times posted so far. Oh, we got another lap time in. So let's see how the rest of the field is going to do. MX, I think, is serving a Q3 quali ban for this race today. I think I read that somewhere in the Discord. So he's not going to be allowed to make a lap time on this one. That's why he's out of the session. So it's just 9 drivers competing right now. Johnny Stokes with a 141.3, not a pretty good time. He is going to have to try and improve that as much as he can. We got KV with a 133. Oh, and pushes Irish down the field with a 133.8. That's a pretty decent time. We got Tichy currently running his lap. Let's see what kind of time he's going to get posted in. Should be pretty good in that AlphaTauri. These guys all should be pretty good, I expect, but he did invalidate his time, so he's going to have to go on that one again. He does have enough time to get it done. 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes to go. Pretty decent enough. Alright, so let's see who else is currently out on track. We got Joel here, and Alfa Romeo going. Yet to post a time. So Tichy is back in the pits. James is on his out lap going right now, so soon enough we'll be able to see a lap time from him. So Joel just invalidated his lap, so there's going to be no time posted from him here right now. So we're just gonna follow James as he does go around Vietnam right now, and let's see when he gets the lap started how well he can do, if he can pull off any purple sectors or not. I'm not sure as yet. Quite sure Johnny is going to get back out of the pits and try to improve on that 141.3. There's absolutely no way he's going to be sticking with that, because I'm quite sure that's going to be making him start P9, which I'm not sure he's going to want to do. Hey guys, so sorry about that. So let's see if anything new is happening. So TG is still in the pits. Joel is still in the pit. We still got James going on his lap right now. But let's see if he can really pull off a really good time. Maybe put himself in maybe P4, P5. I'm not sure of the driving capabilities of most of these guys as yet, but we're going to just see what exactly they can do as the session progresses through. We just got about 4 minutes left in the session here, though. Pretty short session is the qualifying tree, so not a lot of time, not a lot of laps you're able to put in. However many laps you do put in, you do have to try your best not to invalidate it. Oh, then that is a purple sector 1 for James. Let's see how the rest of the track is. Oh, he might have clipped the wall just a little bit. Didn't lose any front wing on that one, though. Going pretty well so far. If he can hold this true, he might be pulling off a pretty good lap here, especially if he can get a purple sector 2. Oh, and he does have to go to the pits. Probably. Oh, he invalidated that lap, and that is too bad because I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get back out in time to make another lap in here. Got Mikey on another out lap, as well as Irish. I'm quite sure Irish is going to be trying to catch up to a KVMP1 with a 133.8. Now that is a pretty fantastic time if you ask me, so good job on him for getting that, and he looks like he might be starting on the front row of this race along with Irish if things continue as they are, because you still got 3 drivers down that still need to make lap times in. We're gonna have to have a look at what Irish can do as yet. We do have TG coming back out on track, so let's see what he's gonna do. Alright, so I think Irish is running his lap. Okay, so we should be getting back on any second now, as we shouldn't miss too much. It's just going to the end of Q3 right now, and we should be able to see what the starting grid is going to look like, at least for the top 10, and then we get straight on into the race, which I think we should be having a formation lap. Alright, so we did make it in time for the last minute of qualifying. We still have Tichi, Joel, and James out on track. Joel and James both running in the Alfa Romeo, and both still on outlaps right now. They are going to have just one chance to do this, as he should be able to make it over the line before the timer runs out to make his final lap around the track and actually get some time in. Get a qualifying time in. At least you do look at the bright side and know that, you know what, you made it to Q3, you are going to be starting in the top 10 at least. But that is not always enough for drivers who are going to make it here. They do want to always push themselves and try to make the best of the qualifying session as they can. They are going to try, and there's always some really interesting stuff that comes out of the final laps on a qualifying 3 session. As that is James with a purple sector 2. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Or purple sector 1, sorry. And let's see if you can keep that going, because sometimes it's just not easy transitioning from sector to sector and just doing every sector purple. Some guys are just good in sectors 1, maybe in sectors 2 or sectors 3. Some guys are good in 2 sectors out of 3 of the track, and there are just some drivers who can do all 3 of them better than everyone else. So far, that does seem to be our driver in professional P1. That's KB with a 123.8. Irish went up to 134.1. Pretty close, but not close enough to edge him out as yet. And that was a purple sector 2 from James. Is he going to actually pull this off and get himself on the front row for the race start? provided he doesn't invalidate this lap or mess it up at some point or the other. I'm hoping we can see a really great lap time coming out of this as he does come around, going around the final corner now. There was a car off track there, and let's see, he goes P1. Fantastic job for him with a 133.708. Oh, sorry, no, that's 1.712. KV just went faster with his better time of 133.708. So that is incredibly close for a P1, P2 right now. That's KV and James. These guys really have been pushing it here, and that is the end, I think, of qualifying, because I don't think any other cars are running. That is it. So that's going to be the end of qualifying. Again, guys, do forgive me if I do get your PSN names wrong. We'll be getting that right at least from the next race. I think we should be doing later on for you guys this week. And we're going to get to see starting grid for top 10. And I don't think we'll be able to see the rest of it, but we'll get accustomed to the names as we do go on through the session and deal with at least, I think it was about 15 to 16 drivers in the session before I joined, so that should be how many people will be racing. It should be a pretty good, interesting race. I think we're just waiting for one driver to end off the session so that we can continue. And then we should just get started to the race session, which I assume will have a formation lap. Should be an interesting one to watch. Okay, so that is the top 10 as they will be starting the race. That's KVP 1, James P2. These guys are pretty close. Irish will be starting P3, Kings P4, Tichy P5, Scotty P6, Mikey P7, Johnny P8, Joel is P9, and MX starting 10 because he had a quali ban, so could not make a lap time. Alright, as you do come down to the end of that, we get started with the race, which should be a pretty interesting one to see what kind of tire strategy and stuff everyone is going to be using here. Alright, so the list on the right hand side should be everyone who is currently in the session, as we should be getting started any second here now. Hey Milan, what's up? Alright, so we got Beefy, MX, Wooly, as I'm going to call it for now, DJ, J Hartnell, Kings, Flea, KV, James, Itchy, Joel, Johnny, Irish New Potato, Scotty, and Mikey. Good, decent amount of drivers. We should have a really good race today. Be interesting to see how some of these guys drive. Alright, so we are on with the formation lap here now, as everyone will go around the track with a reduced amount of speed just to warm their tires up as much as they can before we get started with the race session. I am very good, Milan. How about you? I didn't get in my race session today, so I might as well just thought about coming over here and just streaming for these guys, because I know they're racing at the same time. So there's going to be a lot of weaving of these cars going around on track right now, just to get these tires up to temperature, get those brakes up to temperature, so that they can have a pretty decent first lap. I think pole time was a 133 point something. We had two 133s, I think, there. Yeah, we did. Between KV and James, they were pretty close together. This is separated by a few thousandths of a second or something. Yeah, with Irish in P3 with a 134 point something. I didn't snap a picture, but I've had it just for reference sake. So let's see what these guys are going to be using for strategy. Now, most of the field seems to be starting on the medium tires. We have Mikey and Joel they're in 7th and 9th. I think, if I'm not mistaken... Oh no, sorry, yeah, Mikey, he's in a McLaren, and Joel is in the Alfa Romeo, and they're starting on softs, and we have Flea in the Racing Point starting on hards. So pretty interesting tire choices these guys have right now. Yes, Milan, we all know you're faster. I'm quite sure your time was better. I would not want to race against you on this track, or any track, especially Zandvoort. So there we have it, powered by AWS, some predicted pit stop strategies. So let's see who's going to do a one-stop and who's going to be doing a two-stop today. Obviously, guys starting on the softs, I assume should be doing a two-stop. I don't think you'll be able to push it for a one-stop, or maybe it's possible. I haven't done a league race on this track as yet. So let's see what's going to happen as we are about to get started here now. Everyone will be lining back up. The lights should start going. Yeah, and I saw the 107 you did. Pretty great lap. I can't say it wasn't a great lap. That was extremely fast. I can barely do a 112 on that track. My first few lap times were 113s. I hope we're not having a glitch. It does seem like we might be having one. It says we're on lap 2 and someone's overtake is on and running. This has happened before. I'm not sure if the guys will have to do a restart on this session here. Do apologize, guys. It does seem that we are glitching out and we might have to restart this entire session. Alright, everyone, do forgive me for this, but we are gonna have to exit, and the guys will be restarting the lobby and inviting me back to the session. This glitch has happened before with a previous league. It's something Codemaster still needs to fix. Please, for God's sakes, fix it. It's pretty annoying, and also this stupid what do you call it, glitch that we have at the start of the race where we're on lap 1 and it says lap 3. And everyone is all over the place in terms of the leaderboard. I really would like it if they fix that. It's so annoying. I should probably just disconnect that whole thing and take it off when we're starting the race, so we just have a look at what cars we're. But anyway, hopefully we should be getting underway here any minute now, as we'll be receiving back an invite to the session and get going.